Hello, welcome to the TriathlonDan YouTube channel and welcome to UK Bike Fit based near Tansley in Derbyshire near Matlock. That's Dan in the background, you guys might know him and you might know Sally from a different series of videos. Good morning Sally.
Hello.
You okay?
Yeah.
So Sally was part of the world record attempt, 7-day distance record completed by Lee Timmis, which was, well, I bet it feels like a long time ago now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, but anyway, today Sally has come to meet us with some nitrile gloves on for a very different reason and a Sharps waist bin because we're doing some lactate testing today. And this is something that you two are going to be delivering ongoing, isn't it, from here? So, a bit of a test day today, just using Dan as a bit of a test dummy and then me later on, just to see how we go and get used to the process and so on, is that right?
Yeah.
That does you a disservice. You know what you're doing, Sally, you've done this before, haven't you? But yeah, is that the plan?
Just testing out the equipment, making sure it all works properly, making sure we've got everything we need.
Yeah? Good. So testing wise, it is a sub-max test, isn't it? So we're not going to be seeing Dan absolutely on the floor today, but...
Quite a friendly one.
Yeah, good. All right. We'll get into it and I'll talk over it when we go through it. Let's get cracking.
FTP is supposed to be the maximum amount of power you can hold for an hour.
Yeah.
But obviously your lactate threshold is the point at which it starts to skyrocket.
Yeah, so LC1 is where it like slowly starts to increase above baseline. So baseline is around between 1 and 2. Yeah. And then when it starts to rise above 2, usually is your LC1. And then when it kind of, the curve steepens and starts to increase rapidly, that's LT2.
Okay. So it should be around my FTP then, LT2.
Yeah.
400 then.
Started off before we warm up, it was slightly elevated because Daniel was north scoring and did some cycling yesterday. So we started about 1.8 and then after his warm up we dropped down to 1 and then he's gone up 0.1 each stage so far, so he's climbing slowly but we're still quite far below the FD1.
Sure. So some movement, not a lot, and you're on your 5th step and you're currently on 190 watts. Good stuff.
I guess that's why this feeds into training methods so well.
Yeah.
Because say you come out with a result that's looking like I'm going to, but you've got quite a good LT1 but LT2's not there, then you can really work on your weaknesses. Specifically.
Just make the most out of your training.
Yeah.
Okay, Dan, well done. Lactate step test done and dusted. Over to you and Sally to talk about the results.
What do they get?
Cool. So your LT1 was at 251 watts. That's a heart rate of 159. And then your LT2 was at 310 watts and a heart rate of 184. So LT1, just to explain it, is kind of the first rise above baseline lactate level, so when the curve starts to go up. And then LT2 is when that curve basically steepens, starts to shoot up.
So I thought my LT1 was going to be 197 or something, and it's 250.
Yeah.
And I thought my LT2 was going to be 290, and it's what?
310.
310.
Yeah.
So that makes sense because it got hard quickly. So I was fine up to like quite a point, and then like there was like 2 levels where it just got really hard very quickly. So obviously the gap between my LT1 and LT2 is quite narrow.
Yeah.
Wow, okay, so that's ridiculous because when I do my interval training, my zone 2 I have much lower than that.
Yeah.
Which that's how that equates, isn't it? So like my training zones will be way out then. Yeah. And then so the zones between my LT1 and LT2, like zone 3 and zone 4, will be really narrow. Yeah. And my zone 2 actual size of the zone will be quite big. Yeah. Okay, cool.
So to make sure you're making the most out of your training, you use this data to kind of adjust those training zones to make sure you're actually training at the right intensity for what you're trying to achieve.
Yeah, that's it. That's why this is so good for like just normal amateur athletes, isn't it? Like rather than the pros. Like this is for everybody who trains to heart rate or power. This really like makes your training so specific.
Yeah.
And if you're training
smart, really.
Yeah, train smart. Yeah. So if you're training for like, I don't know, doing 15 hours a week or something, and you're wasting a lot of that time in the wrong zone, you could really get the same benefit out of, I don't know, 10 hours a week, or train 15 hours a week and get better.
Yeah.
So you could get like 5 hours of your week back every week.
It's an interesting way to look at it.
Yeah. Because everyone's like time. Like I'm pretty time crunched, like family and work and stuff. So if I'm training, like I want to make sure that time is spent wisely. Yeah. And if I can get 3 hours of my week back to go and, I don't know, spend more time with family or whatever, then that's massive. So yeah.
Cool.
Good stuff. You heard it here first. Big gains coming down Smith's Road.
SNCC.
Just say something about. So if people want to look at what's on offer or get booked in.
Yeah. So leave a link in the description. But if you go to ukbikefit.com and click on book now, there'll be a performance lab tab. Just click that, and then all the appointments are there. You can book in online.
Perfect.
Cool.
Thanks, guys. Well done.
All right. Your turn.
My turn.